All right, people, we're back. It's UFC 114. We got Rashad versus Rampage. It was a good night, man. Real good night. Doing things a little differently right now. I'm shooting on a webcam, basically. Newer computer, so I want to kind of see how it's going to work out. So I'm going to give it a shot. And I'm going to start from the main card and work my way up. You know, normal deal, man. You guys know how it goes. John Hathaway versus Diego Sanchez. Tell you what, man, I expected Diego Sanchez to come out and probably look. I expect him to look pretty good coming off a loss. You know what I mean? Huge loss. But that loss was about, five. Me and my buddies were talking about this, the night of. He's coming off a loss like damn near 6 months ago. So it's like, man, that's a long layoff, for an active fighter, what they call him, a veteran in the ring. Sanchez basically had nothing to show John Hathaway. John Hathaway had good punches. The beginning of the fight, he caught him with a nasty knee. And Diego was just about out at that point. Real close, man. He did a really good job coming back. I don't even want to call it a good fight. Hathaway had it from the get-go. He had it pretty much the whole fight. I'll go ahead and say it. Jason Brills versus Rogerio Nogueira. My personal opinion, Jason Brills won that fight. Just my opinion. But it was close. But I think he pulled it out. And I don't know if it's UFC wants to see Rogerio have a better career in UFC. I don't know what it is. Judges are stupid. I have no idea, but I think Brills pulled that out. There was a ton of upsets in here. I thought Rampage would have won it. I thought, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I thought Diego would have won it. I thought Nogueira would have won it. No, not the case. And Nogueira, in my opinion, didn't do enough to win. Jason Brills did clearly enough to win. Yeah, they had some good exchanges, good guillotine exchanges. That was pretty sweet. A lot of guillotines back and forth. You know what I mean? But I think it got to the point where it started to wear Brills out. Because by the end, by the mid third round, beginning of mid third round, Brill started really kind of. You could see he was wearing out. But it made for a good fight. Made for a good battle. Nogueira, I think, is going to be just like his brother. I don't know, man. I really don't know what to say about the Nogueira brothers right now. Little Nog, Big Nog. I think they're both not doing so well lately. I don't want to disrespect the guys. I don't disrespect most fighters. You guys know that. Unless they're just borderline fucking bullshit, cocky bastards that don't have any means to back it up. These guys have good means to back it up. They're good fighters. But lately, I don't know, man. I really don't know about Big Nog and Little Nog. Todd Duffee versus Mike Russow. You guys know what I thought of Duffee. I was pretty impressed, when I saw his debut. Dominated all the way to the third round. What does Russow do? Out of nowhere. Knockout. One punch knockout of the guy that I wanted to see climb to the top. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you that, you put a badass fighter, that's got pretty much everything to bring to the table, minus the submissions, whatever, I mean, there's a few things he said it himself, man. He's a 24-year-old guy. He's got a lot to learn. I'm talking about Duffy. Got a lot to learn. He expects to be in his prime at 30 years old. That was his interview last night. Out of nowhere, like I said, out of nowhere, Russo was getting pummeled. Pummeled. It was just one of those things, man. Duffy was in the perfect place at the right time. Russo lands a right hand, connects, and gets a glancing blow while Duffy's hitting the deck, on his way down. Hits the deck. I don't even know what he said to the ref. They didn't comment on that, whatever. But Duffy was talking to the ref. Well, flat on his back. Major come from behind loss, man, or win. Excuse me. I'm interested to see what Russell's going to do because he knocks out a guy I think has got some, superior power. I think it's got some amazing power. But I think he might have really, really lacked. Duffy went in here, got confident, as a lot of beginners might do. Get confident and forget about your guard. You know what I mean? And he got totally caught, big time. And went down like a bag of sand and didn't have anything after that. You know what I mean? That's pretty much how the fight went. I think Duffy was going to do some good stuff and still will. Still will come back and do some great fights, man. I'm sure some great knockouts are going to be ahead. Russell, man, stole the night. That was like knockout of the night and kind of stole the fight of that night. You know what I mean? Nobody else had that wicked of a comeback. So Dan Miller versus Michael Bisping. I really wasn't all that impressed with Dan Miller. He looked fairly good coming in. He wasn't too afraid, obviously. You know what I mean? And it did fairly well. But Bisping pretty much it kind of looks to me like he kind of wore him down a little bit. And stayed on top of the game and had good cardio for this one. You know what I mean? Was able to really push through. But it wasn't a pretty uneventful fight. It wasn't a great fight or anything. In regards to the upsets, this was not one of them. Because I hope to see Dan Miller take out Bisping, but he didn't really. I mean, Bisping pretty much had it. But Dan Miller's not a huge opponent for Bisping. So when Bisping gets, near the top 10 again, he's just going to get shot down again, I think. So I think he thinks he's better than he really is, and right now he's really not that great. It's a pretty stale fight, really. You know what I mean? He really did. He did better than Dan Miller did. Straight up, he did better than Dan Miller did. Dan Miller kind of brought it in a weird, I don't know, in a weird way, I guess. Dan Miller didn't really bring it. Hopefully, maybe next time, see a little better. But I don't expect a whole lot out of Bisping. You know what I mean? He didn't fight like he was in top 10 or top 15 or 20 for that matter. Just my opinion. So we'll see, man. I don't know. Sugar Rashad Evans versus Quentin Rampage Jackson. Nice fight. Good fight. Rashad started the fight out basically with a freaking hammer right hand. Catches Rampage on the jaw. Rampage goes reeling into the cage. Rampage works his way out of it. You know what I mean? Moves on. Later on in the fight, Rampage gets a flurry. You know what I mean? But actually, a little bit after that was like round 2. Round 1 still. Rashad scores a nasty takedown. Looking at a freaking frog jumping in on him. Taking him down, clearly landing right on his back. Good takedown. Couple of blows here and there. Nothing too devastating. You know what I mean? Rampage, I think, had too much time off. Rampage had a different kind of training than he should have had. I just my opinion, man. Rashad had absolute perfect training for fighting Rampage, I think. And I kind of sort of saw this happening, but at the same time, man, like in the second round, when it came on, I was like, holy shit. Rampage lands a nasty shot, puts Rashad on his back, starts throwing blows, and then all of a sudden puts his elbow on Rashad's neck, his forearm, whatever, elbow, forearm. Puts it on his neck and stops. Stop unleashing the punches. He was beating him down. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs to my buddies. I'm like, why is he stopping? Why doesn't he keep the onslaught? You know what I mean? He's killing him. You know what I mean? And I'm back and forth about both these guys, man. Whoever wins, I don't care. Whoever loses, I don't care. I know it's the makings of a good fight. You know what I mean? And it was a good fight because Rashad had some nasty blows and caught Rampage, man. But Rampage did the same thing. Like I said, like I just said in the second round. And Rashad really just was on game. You know what I mean? He was on point. With his game plan. Which he said there wasn't much of a game plan. I think the game plan was to try to throw some blows at him. If you can't do it, man, take him down because he's not much on the ground. But we all know Rampage, not that much on the ground. Defensive, his defensive, guard or whatnot is actually pretty good, but it's not like a top class wrestler or nothing like that, or jiu-jitsu or anything like that. Rampage looked good, for over a year off. I mean, he looked good, man. He looked good. He was humble in his loss. He said, "You know what, man, I'm not going to take a year off again." Of course, he said that when he lost his fight to Forrest Griffin. He said, "I'm not going to take 9 months off again." Well, he did though, and he got the same results. So you need to either, if you're going to act, it's cool, man, act. But if you're going to fight, for right now, man, you can't do the both. You know what I mean? You can't do both of them. You're either going to pick one or the other. And if you're going to be a consistent fighter, keep fighting. You need to keep training. Tight win for Rashad. And I personally, it wasn't an upset at all, man. I kind of had it in my head, you know what? Rashad's going to win that fight. Or, excuse me, Rampage is going to win that fight with his fists. If Rashad is able to use wrestling, or maybe catch that one power shot like he did in the very beginning, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be over that quick? There's no way. You know what I mean? But, what I think this opens the door for? Machida just lost. I think this opens a perfect door for Rashad Evans versus Lyoto Machida 2. Perfect timing. Rashad Evans coming off a great win over a top contender, and Machida just lost his belt. Almost in the same fashion, you know what I mean, as Rashad lost to Machida. So, I mean, it's the perfect time. It's like, Rashad has the right tools to see how Machida got knocked out. Machida has the right tools to see how Rashad got knocked out like he already did. So I'm saying, this is like a perfect setup for, Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida 2. And I think that would be awesome to see, man. I think it would be sweet to see because, Rashad can actually pull it out, man. If he takes Machida down, what kind of ground game have we seen Machida do, man? It's been a long time. We haven't seen a whole lot of groundwork from the guy. A lot of it stand-ups. So I think that might happen in the near future. Just my guess, more or less. But that's it, man. UFC 114, post-fight. Hope you guys enjoy it. A little different camera setup today. Hope you guys are cool with it. It's a webcam. New computer I got. I'm giving it a shot. Giving it a try. I'm going to upload it. Chime in. Tell me what you think. If you're a newbie, please subscribe. Whether it's just a post-fight or pre-fight and post-fight. So I'm going to be back for all of them. So I'm doing my best. I'm working a lot, man. Working a lot of hours. So I'll do my best to be back here. I hope you see you guys as well. All subs are good. So bring them on. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you again real soon. UFC 115. Going to be a bitchin' card. Pre-fight's coming at you real soon. Take care, guys. Bye.